so we just found the slope of a line given its graph. Now we're going to find the slope of a line given 2 points on that graph. Okay. So in order to do that, the formula, the mathematical formula for rise over run is right here. y2 minus y1, that's the change in y for 2 points, divided by the run, change in x for 2 points. Okay, so here's the 2 points. I want to find the slope of a line that passes through these 2 points, 3 comma negative 2, negative 1 comma negative 7. So if you want, you can label these guys. This is the first point, so I'll just call this one x1, y1. I call this one x2, y2. It'll help me with my equation a little bit. So it's pretty simple. y2, negative 7, minus y1, negative 2, divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, just notice in this example, negative 7 minus negative 2, I end up with two negatives next to each other. So that's actually going to change to a plus, right? So I end up with negative 7 plus 2, which is negative 5, divided by negative 1 minus 3, which is negative 4. And then once I find that slope, I always want to reduce it if I can. I can't reduce 5/4, but I can cancel out these two negatives. A negative 5 over negative 4 is a positive 5 over 4. Okay, and that's it. If I can subtract, I can find the slope. Number 2. x1, y1, x2, y2, 2 minus negative 4, that goes on top. 5 minus negative 1 goes on the bottom. So again, in this example, I got to look out for those double negatives. So that's really 2 plus 4, which is 6, and that's really 5 plus 1, which is 6. And then reduce. So I get 6 over 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Slope of that line is 1. If I were to graph it, the relationship would be over 1 up 1, over 1 up 1. Okay, moving on. Number 3. Slope is equal to y2 minus y1, so that's negative 3 minus 1, over x2 minus x1, that's 8 minus 8. So in this example, I get negative 4 over 0. If you remember that happened, that showed up when we did the graph. 0 in the bottom, you remember what that is? Anytime I get 0 in the bottom, it's undefined. Okay, so that's something you just want to memorize. 0, can't divide by 0, we're going to call that undefined. Okay, number 4. Negative 2 minus negative 2 up top, that's y2 minus y1. 6 minus 1 in the bottom. Negative 2 minus itself is 0, right? Let's go cancel out. So you get 0 over 5, and that's equal to 0. Right? 0 divided by 5 is 0. So if I were to graph this, this would be one of those horizontal lines, right? This guy is just a horizontal line looking like that, slope of which is 0, which we learned in the last video. And back here to number 3, this is one of these vertical lines, right? So somewhere in the plane, vertical line. Okay, so try and remember all this stuff, because in the next chapter we're going to do a little more than find the slope. We're going to find the equation of